If working hard made people rich, you wouldn't still be broke. I know that line might sound harsh, but sit with it for a second. Because if hard work alone was enough, a lot of people wouldn't be struggling right now. And I'm not talking about lazy people. I'm talking about people like you. People who wake up early, show up, do what they're supposed to do, and still feel like life is not moving forward. Not really. Your money comes in, and then it disappears. And sometimes you don't even know where it all went. And that question starts to sit quietly in your mind. Why does it feel like I'm trying, but nothing is changing? I've thought about that question a lot. And the truth is, most people don't stay poor because they're not trying. They stay stuck because of three things that nobody really explains properly. Not motivation, not discipline. Three real things: information, tools, and time. Let's start with information. Because this one is quiet, it doesn't shout, but it keeps people stuck for years. You can be smart, hardworking, even determined, but if you don't know what actually works, you'll keep moving in circles. You search for something simple like how to make money online, and suddenly you're drowning in advice. Some of it sounds good. Some of it is fake. Most of it is confusing. So you pause. Then you overthink. And then you do nothing. Not because you're lazy, but because you don't trust the direction. Now here's what changed for me. Instead of searching blindly, I started using tools that actually show where the answers are coming from. Tools like Perplexity AI. And the difference is subtle, but powerful. You don't just get answers. You see sources, you see patterns, you start to understand what is real and what is noise. And when that happens, something shifts. You stop guessing. You start making decisions, and that alone can save you months, even years. The second thing is tools. This is where a lot of people quietly give up. Because somewhere along the way, we were made to believe that you need money to start anything meaningful. So people wait. I'll start when I have enough. I'll try when I'm ready. But that moment rarely comes, because the real problem isn't money. It's not knowing that simple tools already exist that can help you start small. Let me show you something most people overlook. There's a tool called Gamma. At first glance, it doesn't look like much, but if you understand it, you can take a simple idea and turn it into something structured, something clear, something useful. A guide, a checklist, a simple plan someone else needs. And here's the part people miss. Clarity is valuable. People pay for things that make their life easier to understand. So something that took you 20 minutes to create can become something someone is willing to pay for. Not because it's perfect, but because it's useful. And that changes how you see things. You stop thinking, I don't have enough. And you start thinking, what can I build with what I already have? The third thing is time. And this one is real. Because even if you understand everything, you still have a life to deal with. You're tired. Your energy is not unlimited. And that's where most advice falls apart. Because it assumes you have hours of free time every day. But you don't. So things stay as ideas. Not because you don't care, but because you don't have the capacity. This is where AI becomes more than just a tool. It becomes leverage. For example, tools like Runway ML. Instead of spending hours trying to create something from scratch, you can generate visuals, edit faster, build content without starting from zero. It doesn't replace effort, but it reduces how much effort is needed to begin. And that matters more than people realize, because starting is the hardest part, not finishing. Starting. So when you look at everything again, it's not that people are not working hard. It's that they've been trying to move forward without the right direction, without the right support, and without enough time on their side. But now, those things are starting to change. Quietly. Not everyone sees it yet, but it's happening. And the people who notice it early are the ones who start moving differently. Listen to me carefully. Your situation right now is not your final destination. It might feel permanent, but it's not. You don't need to fix everything today. You don't need to figure out your whole life this week. You just need one shift. One moment where you stop waiting and start testing something small. One idea, one tool, one action. That's how movement begins. Not with a big breakthrough, but with a small decision. So don't leave this video and go back to doing nothing. Pick one thing you heard here and try it, even if it feels small, because small action is still movement. And if you want content that actually helps you think clearer, not just feel motivated for 5 minutes, subscribe to AI Money with Emmy. Because this time, you're not just working hard, you're starting to work with direction. And that changes everything.